Well, my name is Kapela Shopoi, and I'm doing grade 12G at Toli Senior Secondary School in the Eastern Cape. Well, it was a new thing, so I decided let me just try out new things. And lately, the less job opportunities, so I thought let me do something that would get me to study and have a job at the end of the day rather than going for the normal things. And by searching about it, it was so interesting, fun. It has a lot of traveling, so I thought it's a good thing rather than sitting in one place. Let me just try something that would take me places. You see? Oh, there are a lot of things, but I have came to a conclusion that between three things, I think it's pilot. We in the sea and the tag master, yes, and yeah. Well, I have two schools that I would like to go to, which have came here weeks ago, and you see, and it's in Durban, and the other one is in Cape Town. Yeah, which is sponsored by Transnet. So I decided let me just go for it because it's the easy way and the most approachable way.
My name is Nenega Ntlogwana. I'm doing grade 12G at Toli Senior Secondary School. I did nautical sciences just because I was very interested because it's a new thing. And it was my first time hearing about it. And also, I love and actually I enjoy being around the sea. I enjoy being on a ship or being on board. Now I've been on a boat, and yeah, I felt so alive, and I was like, I belong here. I think it was on the 5th of July when we were in a winter school in Gqeberha. So we got a chance to go to the port of Elizabeth. It was a sails. It was using sails, yes. My plans after school, I want to study marine engineering.
And have you applied yet?
Yes.
Where to?
I've applied at CPUT.
My name is Lizwe Matolo. I'm schooling at the school of Toli in Eastern Cape. The Maritime Studies has been like a new experience for this generation. It's a bit new to our school, so trying out new experiences was such an exhilarating thing for me. So I just loved trying out maritime studies. I'm planning to do maritime law.
Okay. Have
Yes,
you
ma'am.
applied?
No, ma'am, I haven't applied.
Where are you thinking to apply?
CPUT, ma'am, or Durban. Ma'am, I think the maritime studies isn't a difficult subject because it's more about understanding the visual thing that you see, actually, because I think understanding it is much easier than doing it practically. And if you're doing maritime studies, I think your mind opens up even more for trying out new things, and it makes you understand the maritime life.
The most difficult topic I would like to say for me it's the celestial navigation. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What is really difficult about that? What do you find difficult?
There are many things to understand, but yeah, sometimes I get a little bit confused, so I'm trying.
And easy, enjoyable, what's your favorite part?
Chat work, ma'am.
Well, I can say the easiest, the hardest is of course the chat work because you have to plot this, plot that. Now you have to go back and remember what you plotted first, and it's kind of a hard thing. And with the easiest, I think it's understanding the life at sea. Yeah, but the topics like that, you have to know that which route you have to take not to pollute the sea animals and all that. And adding to the hard things, I think it's the calculations are so very difficult, even though some are easy. Then you come along the hardest part. Yeah. Uh, well, I'm a very big dreamy person. Yeah, dreaming person. So like a place by the sea and a big house, very big house, but transparent walls so I can see everything going on in the sea is with a lot of money, of course. That's the aim. Yeah. Well, with the when I googled about everything that happens in the maritime studies and all that, like you can learn like from this and you can go like steps and steps and steps. I think like coming from like a tag buster all the way to a pilot in the ship, in the big one, the cruise ship, I think that would do like good. Yeah.
Honestly, in the next 20 years, I see myself living in Sentin, owning owning a big house with my family, and I also wanna own my own boat, and I also wanna be famous in the shipping industry.
I don't wanna lie. I usually like share similarities with Kapela, ma'am. I dream like huge, ma'am, like huge. So I dream about having a beach house next to the coast. I dream about being the captain of my own ship. I dream about being the captain of my own crew, having like someone to rely to. Not that I'm their superior, but I'm also their friend, ma'am. I'm dreaming about having a successful life, a life with the right choices, a life with the right people. It's where I want to be, ma'am, and I just love it, ma'am. Thank you. I can say, ma'am, it takes persistence, it takes perseverance, it takes patience, and it takes self-discipline. It also takes love for your subject. It also like takes commitment for what you're doing, ma'am. So your attitude, you must just have a positive attitude, ma'am.
I think, ma'am, if you know what you want, nothing can stand in your way, right? And I know that I really do wanna work in the ship, and some of my family members do not believe in the sea, but I do, and I'm going for it. Yes, that's all I can say.
More like I said, there were people who came to school like in the past weeks, and they had to talk about the attitude towards this industry. Like you cannot go for this course if you can't work with people. You have to compromise them, put yourself behind, and focus on making sure that like what they want they get. So coming in with a positive mind and like telling yourself that this is what you're here to do, and you can never get like annoyed by anything. You have to focus on like the work you're here for, and in the first place like you chose it because you loved it. So there's no need for like the attitude to change along the way, because that won't work for the people and that will cause a huge interruption in the work. So I think a great mind, great attitude, respect towards the people, everyone, like you have to have respect. Yeah. Oh wow, they must have a great positive thinking, and secondly like be able to like accept any questions, because this requires like many questions for a person to understand. So they must have enough knowledge to be able to answer those kind of questions. And secondly, just love your work. The minute you love your work, you'll be able to make the learners understand even more and make them see the perspective, the good perspective of the whole subject. Yes. Yeah.
I would like to say there is nothing difficult with these subjects, but all you have to do is to just focus, try to compromise sometimes.
I'd like to say loving your students and like showing respect first, like that just changes the way the learner feels. Changing his perspective into your perspective is always the right thing to do, because you are superior, you know what to do. I'd like to say, ma'am, loving your students, giving them knowledge, the right and positive atmosphere is important for the student, because some students are like traumatized from their backgrounds. Some didn't have like good homes or something. So the moment you come in with that positive attitude, showing love towards them makes them understand even more. So I'd like to say love, perseverance, and everything just fits in. Some children are very like devastated, like emotionally like broken inside, ma'am. So the moment the teacher is relaxed, it's much easier to like confide in the teacher, like talk to the teacher, and the student just feels safe around the teacher, ma'am. So yeah.
Well, ma'am, I think it's not a good thing to focus on the excelling learners, because the learners that leave behind think that, okay, since they've been chosen, I think they will only succeed, and it will be difficult for the rest of the learners to actually contribute much into the work, because they already know that at the end of the day, after the hard work they've tried to put in and convert in, it will be like a waste of time, because you won't be able to go out and see what you've been learning to have a great understanding about that. Yes.
Actually, I don't agree, because some of us, like talking from experience, I was once chosen in the top 5 learners. So, ma'am, what happens is that when you are chosen, you get to be exposed to these things. Go to the sea, go to the port, while some are left in class. And when we are doing something which needs a general knowledge or something, and I'll be like, oh, I remember this thing, and the one who was left in the class will not. I have more information than the one who was left, and that is not fair. I had like more picture of what I was learning about. Yes.
Like a real life understanding.
Yes, because now I got the chance to see a ship loading cargo, which was, I think it was loading what? It was loading coal. Yes, I got the chance to see it, but the other ones only read about it on a question paper. They have not seen it. Yes, I think going to a camp, because, ma'am, we really need to get to be exposed to that, because when you get mixed with people who know the sea, and while you only learn about it on class, sometimes you get confused. Yes, I think we really need a camp. Yes.
Okay.
And I think we should ask for sponsors sometimes, so that we can all get to see.
Everyone can have that.
I'd like to answer the first question. I find it a bit unfair, but a bit fair. Some children are not always like devastated. Some are like really distracted by things that they do, so it causes them to not study. But it's fair to them to be left, but it's unfair to those who are devastated, ma'am, because that will also demotivate or devastate them even more.
Being excluded.
Yes, ma'am, and it will make them like to lose hope in what they're doing. So like I'd say like losing hope is one of the things that actually like happens to the children that are devastated, because the background reminds them of what they truly are, how they truly feel, or that picture doesn't go away from the mind, ma'am. So like it's a bit unfair, ma'am, for them to be left behind, because actually they actually need something to motivate them to do things. Um, they need like the inspiration from and the experience they get from the ocean, ma'am. So I advise that everyone like is taken care of, no matter what they do. They must be just be taken care of, because everyone deserves a future with excellence and success. The ocean is like something that gives you hope. The breath that you like take in when you're on board a ship, even though I haven't been on board a ship, but I imagine sometimes like the peace of mind that you get is like eternal peace for that split moment, for that it takes what it takes for you to like enjoy the moment. I think it's a very, very, very pleasant experience, ma'am.
I was gonna say, like, with the land and all that, I think that most people who work around the land usually like get stressed more. So like, and already have like having it enough stress from school and all that, going out to the sea. I think it's another thing, because one of the people who came here told us that like whenever he's having a stress, he's a traffic something in the sea. He said that whenever he's not okay, he would like change sides and watch the sea and all that, and it gives him some relief of stress. And I think that having to breathe that that air from the sea and hearing the waters and the birds like makes it all easy. Yeah.